What's up, collector fam? It's your boy Tony the Toy Rat, back with another rigorous resin review for new PVC pre-used or previewed. This one's brand new, and it's based on Marvel Rivals Hulk. Let's get it open. What's up, collector fam? I'm back, and the first thing I want to mention is this Marvel Rival might be found at your store, but it's so popular, you may want to go ahead and do what I did, which is basically to go ahead and go to the Big Bad Toy Store, where they have hundreds, if not thousands, of your favorite collectibles. Easy for you to find, easy for you to buy, and usually at the very same price you're going to find inside the store. So why bother going to the store if you don't have to? Like I said, this is a very popular item. I have a feeling that it's going to go pretty quick. The last time I waited on these guys, it was a problem. So go to the Big Bad Toy Store, order it up. They'll send it directly to the house. Now, let me pull this guy out. And like with the other dioramas that come with McFarlane toys, this is also coming with a comic book. I'm going to set her down right there. Hopefully she doesn't fall over. This is really cool in the way of a box. Again, this is based on the Marvel Rivals game, which is downloadable for iOS and Android. But we are not much of the box keepers here. We're more of environment-friendly toy collectors, so we have to recycle your plastics. Okay, very good. So I'm going to pull back here just a little bit. This is the diorama piece that it comes with inside of the box, which at first glance looks kind of cool. I'm a bigger fan of them putting this on the outside like so. But let me flip it around just so the comic book. That is now the interior space that he'll be standing in front of, with the comic sitting back here in the back. Okay? So set that off to the side. And as with every other McFarlane toys, I don't know what you guys call these things. I call them the gobbledygook strings. Normally they don't come off easily, so we'll just see in a second here. They're gonna prove me wrong today. Ah! Okay, that's one. That's two. That might be it. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a yank. I had to Hulk his way out of there. All right. Anyway, more plastic. What do we do that? Yeah. Add it with the other plastic and recycle. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me set her down, do what we need to do in a full body spin, and then we can have a conversation about it and decide whether or not you need to add it to your Hulk collection. I've already made space in mine, so let's go.
He'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
All right, collector fan, we are back. You have had a full body spin with both the diorama background and without. I have a few things to say, but first let's familiarize ourselves with this version of the Hulk. The Marvel Rivals Hulk has Bruce Banner create a gamma belt. That's this belt that you see around his waist here. You're wondering what that's about. And that gamma belt is meant to control his transformations. But, lo and behold, a time stream entanglement event happens, forcing him to change uncontrollably. But when he changes, he's the smarter, or at least more intelligent version of the Hulk that we know and love. There's not a lot for me to compare it to in this version. I haven't been as astute as I should be about learning the entire Marvel Rivals universe. That is coming for sure. I will say, on top of getting this pretty nice sculpt, you're also getting this Marvel Rivals #1 Which, yeah, I took it out of the plastic. I don't care if it'll be a keepsake or not because I actually need to read this thing. What I did notice, almost laughably, is that every other page is a McFarlane Toys advertisement. Not every other page, but definitely every couple pages in. And it's a heavy comic book. So they made sure to get every one of their statue lines inside this Marvel Rivals book. So kudos to them for capitalizing on marketing. Next up, let's talk about what we always talk about first, right? It's the sculpt. The sculpt. The face, the portrait. If it doesn't look like the character it's supposed to, then it didn't hit the mark. So, checking out the portrait, I'm going to show it to you guys, and then let's have a quick chat on what you guys think about what you're seeing here. Okay, so, Hulk, I have a ton of Hulks behind me. We created a space for just this guy. It's going to be a whole nother video. I hope you guys want to hang out for that one and talk to me about all the different types of Hulk. I'm going to put like 10 different Hulks up from different manufacturers at different times so we can run a comparison on them. I think it should be cool. In the meantime, talking about this guy here, I think on a portrait scale, he looks to me very different than we are used to seeing a traditional Hulk. That almost caveman looking face with the large brow that overslopes. You can see even in this iteration here, it looks like his hair is done really well. So in the transformation, all the hulking out, the hair, someone managed to gel it so it can stick up. Very cute. Not very practical, but okay. In terms of it being the portrait, if I didn't know by face alone, because I think if I took this face off, whoop, and I stuck it somewhere else, whoop, would I know, matter of factually, that's the Hulk? That's going to be a bit of a stretch. So it's a little bit of re-education as far as I'm concerned, where the sculpt on the Hulk looks and feels. Again, he doesn't look very monster-like in this iteration. He looks more human. But his face is way more human-esque, I says. Am I saying the wrong term? Is there a term that I'm not using? Is it anamorphic? No? Anthropomorphized? No? That's something else? Anyway, you guys let me know. In any case, I think on Sculpt, I have to base this on the character that they handed me. So it's based on this new drawing, this new iteration of the Hulk from Marvel Rivals, and based on that, they hit every aspect of the portraiture. So they get 3 cheeses. Put it on the screen. They get 3 cheeses. Now, traditional Hulk versus this Hulk, then I'm going to have a different answer for you. But that's not what we're basing it on. This is the Marvel Rivals video game version of the Hulk. So, 3 cheeses. Okay. Next, what do we move on to? Their outfits, their costuming, and what they're supposed to look like. And I just gave that a quick once over. Most of you know I'm sort of blind when I'm trying to look at the details, but I am looking at things a little further away. And the Hulk doesn't require much to have massive body, green skin, and basically ripped up purple shorts. So, did they get it right? Absolutely. Give away that it's the Hulk without any question at all, just based on his size. So, and of course the outfit. We can talk about the magical changing size-wise purple pants, but I don't want to go there right now. It's all about the Marvel Rivals setup. So again, I have to go by the card that they sent me, and this is accurate to the depiction that they handed me on the card. I mean, really, really accurate. So, showing it up to you guys here, you can see that, it's behind the plastic, so it's a little glary, but you can see that there's rips and tears all through here. There's rips and tears in the bottom, and that's what's showing down here. So when you're looking at them together, you can see the bottom, and then you can see I'm turning that around, right? But still, on here you see all that. So I think they did a pretty good job there. Considering one of the things I gave a giggle about when I was reviewing the character was the Marvel Rivals game. Now, those of you who are playing that game, tell me I'm wrong, but 90% of the time, this is the view you got of the character right here. You're watching him from this angle pound and beat everything around him for points, scores, and to move forward in the game. Now, I haven't done a ton of playing it, but I've done a lot of watching it. And it's pretty interesting to me because it's rare that you see a frontal of him. I noted it a couple minutes into gameplay where there was a point where he turned around to smash something. But then quickly the camera flipped back around and you got the back angles on this, all right? So that being said, I just wanted to throw that little tidbit in there. Hopefully we got some video confirmation so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. With him running away from you the entire time. You know who's running away from you towards the enemy or whatever, but it's just funny that you really never see the face. I do love a lot about the sculpt. I really do. But we have to talk about the third thing we always talk about. Is it dynamic? No. This is very museum quality posing for me. It almost looks, I mean, he's got the balled fist, like, yeah, I'll smack you kind of thing. Both hands are balled up fist right now, and yet I still don't feel like he's going into a fight. I feel like he's got his fist balled for a picture. Like, literally, he's posing for a snapshot and railed back. So, I'm not very dynamic at all. I'm going to give him one cheese on being dynamic. Eek. Alright, so we got 3 on the portrait, okay? And we got 3 on costuming, okay? But we definitely got 1 on the dynamic. So we go to the next piece of this, which is the diorama. Okay, there's 2 parts of this. So I'm gonna like half score. But part 1 is the part he's standing on, which, pardon the glasses. So he's standing on a sewer grate. There is some broken steel back behind him here, set into some sediment, some rock, maybe on a cobblestone street. Note that the bottom, where the pins are on the foot here, those are the locations where the character is locked into this part of the base. If your expectation is that this base is hard or anything like that, it's hard enough. It's not going to get hurt or anything, but it's hollow. Just note the base is hollow. Also note, for as big as this guy is, he is light. So they use a special type of method where they do not fill in the entire character, but what's outside is rock hard. It makes it really, really strong, really durable, and also really light. I can appreciate about this character that much because this would be a very heavy build if you had to create this in a mold or 3D print or however you were going to do it. So very cool. And I do believe that they were able to get some really nice texture. But going back to the diorama piece on here, it's a little bit on the lackluster side. Yeah, there's some texture here, but okay, the only way I can give context to it is to place him in the scene that they gave us. So I'm going to put it right on there, and I'm going to turn it around for us to take a look at it together. This is the scene. This is the background that they gave us for him to sit in. All right? What are you getting? What are you reading from it as you're taking a look at the character right now? I don't know why he's standing on that grate. You didn't give me enough information here. I mean, we got the worm's eye view looking up at the building in the background set, and I get that, but he's not posed in a way that makes sense to me. And then this blue bottom floor plate background, let me lift it up here. Let me put it like that. It doesn't lend itself, excuse me, let me move my hand so you guys can see that better. There you go. It kind of lends itself to just like a big gray pavement. So I don't know why the big stomping thing, except to say, hey, we need a way to hold this character up so he doesn't fall over. Let's put his foot in a foreshortened way on top of some sewer grate here. Okay. Maybe there is more context to that inside the storyline, but as far as I know, diorama backgrounds is almost not necessary. It's not telling me enough of the story. Maybe I need to read this book. Maybe afterward I'll have a different take on this, and we'll have a different thing to say. As of right now, I'm not entirely sure that the background will work for that. Either on this stomping thing might actually work better than the background because they're not connected. So it's a 1 cheese on that. So again, rounding things out, they got 3 cheeses on the portraiture. We got 3 cheeses on the costuming. We got a 1 on the dynamic pose, and now a 1 on the diorama. We split that all even. I believe we're coming up and we're going to call it 2. So the entire piece is a 2 cheeser. Now, is it worth it? All right, let's take. We're going to look hard at this guy here. Is it being a Hulk fan, or is it being a video game fan, a Marvel Rivals fan, or is it you're just a collector? I don't know. But what among those things makes me believe that the value for this is accurate at $59.99? Am I crazy? I don't know. I think that I like what it is and what it represents, which is sort of this Hulk rebirth, or looking at him from a different perspective, maybe another universe. Obviously, there's this time stream, there's this whole rift happening inside the Marvel universe as far as its rivals characters are concerned. So I'm thinking this might be the first iteration, and I'm happy to have them in the collection. The $59.99 thing, does that bother you? It's bothered me about all of them. But it seems like that's the number they've come up with to make it work. They better not go any further than that, because then I'm going to have to be like, cut that out. You're gonna ruin the collection for the everyman, which is the me. All right, guys. In any case, I think overall it's a really nice piece. They've also got an anti-venom out right now, and they've also got the new Human Torch. There's a blade that I really have to have in my collection. So, looks like I'm going to be spending a couple of bucks here. That's it. Remember, you can find this at the Big Bad Toy Store if you can't find it locally. Remember, they'll ship it directly to the house, and make sure your box is intact. And you can go from there and get points and all kinds of stuff in the nibble system as we continue to work with those guys over at the Big Bad Toy Store. So, you should pick it up. Yes. This is Tony the Toy Rat for the Hulk Marvel Rivals Big Bad Toy Store. Did I miss anybody? Nah. And I'm out. Go get you one. I think it's worth it.